Well, hey, welcome back to the Investor Shed podcast. My name's Nick Beveridge, and I'm here sitting next to this hunk.
This juicy specimen of a man. I love the way you started this episode with, well, hey, like hey. You saw like an ex that you haven't seen in 10 years, and you're just like, hey.
Well, I haven't seen them in a long time because people aren't listening to this podcast anymore.
Oh, is that true?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
They aren't now.
It's all about tracking your numbers, which clearly we do on this podcast. But no, but speaking of tracking your numbers, this is a good segue. We're going to be talking about tracking your credit approval rating today.
Yeah, because we were just talking about tracking calories.
We were.
And now we can transition.
It's called a segue. Look it up. It's a thing. So yeah, well, this is going to be just kind of a general advice episode on how to build up your business lines of credits to invest in real estate, invest in stocks if you prefer, or just do other things with those lines of credit. Like there's plenty that you can do with them, but we want to talk about how you actually get them and how you build them.
Yes, and you got to start somewhere.
Yes.
It unfortunately, guys, this stuff does take time, but with a little bit of resiliency and a little bit of I don't know.
Patience, I think, is a good word.
There's patience is good.
Yeah.
But you do got to be a little bit proactive here and there to build up your credit lines and apply for things, and don't be afraid to get disapproved. It happens.
Yeah.
Or denied.
Disapproved.
Denied if you want to be all correct about it.
Yeah.
But so why don't we talk about our credit lines?
Yeah.
And what we've done to build them up over time.
Sure.
So just before I started getting into real estate, I went bankrupt.
That's true.
And I had to start right at the bottom because after you go bankrupt, people are like, yeah, I don't know if we should give you $50,000.
Your track record says we shouldn't give you money, so we're not going to, basically.
Yeah. So this was 2012, I want to say, is when I kind of had to start fresh. And so I started with a Capital One credit card.
Okay.
And I had a limit of $300.
I love it.
And like a 20% interest rate.
Yeah.
And what I started...
Which is actually like a fair interest rate for a credit card to be like, if you look at credit cards, that's a decently fair interest rate. So
yeah. And at the time, interest rates were pretty low in general.
Yeah.
So it seemed high.
Right.
Still kind of high. But that's on an annual basis.
Yeah, 20% annualized.
Not holding a balance for a year.
Plus you had a $300 like credit line, right?
Yeah.
So on 20% interest on that, if you were to max that out over a year and just pay interest only, like you're still not going to be paying. You're going to be paying like what, $60 a year in interest?
It's not much.
Yeah.
But I'm saying this to just say, even if you think that nobody will give you anything, Capital One might actually give you something.
So what I started with, and did you start with, was it a secure line of credit or was it unsecured?
It was an unsecured, but it was only $300.
Yeah.
It was a $300 limit. However, I still have that card today.
Wow.
And guess what? The limit is today.
$400.
Close to 10,000.
Cool.
It's like 9,900.
Yeah. Sometimes they just don't want you to cross that extra digit threshold, but like I wait for it. I'm like, give me one more digit.
And I haven't asked for more.
Right.
There's other credit cards where I have a lot more, but that card actually has helped me. I've used it in real estate many, many, many times in the past. What's great about building up credit lines is that you don't always have to ask for new loans. You just ask for it once, and you can use it again and again and again over time, and you can get points, little rewards, and you can trade that in for whatever you want. I usually just get statement credits on my credit cards as rewards. Some people like to use it for airfare.
Yeah. I like to get Bitcoin on mine.
Bitcoin, yes.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that. So what's important about that line of credit specifically I want to talk about, so like there's a lot of different ways to build credit, and a lot of this is going to be kind of general advice if you haven't done that before, but credit tenure is a thing. So how long have you had that account open? It's 13 years now?
Yeah, 2012, and it's 2025.
Cool. So you've had that credit card for 13 years.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So what you actually want is you want to have these cards open and utilized to a minimum balance, not overextended, of course, but you want to have them open in good tenure, in good standing, and you want to have them open for a very long time. That shows really, really well when you're trying to get approved for new things. That's what they look at. Like how long has he had these accounts? They've been in good standing for 13 years. That's great. Maybe you can get approved for a different card once you start that.
Yeah, and I think eventually they automatically raised my limit to like $1,000 after a year or so of like good. And what I actually did was use it.
Right, exactly.
Like I use it on a regular basis, and I paid it off immediately, so I wouldn't actually have to pay much interest.
Yeah, I love that.
But you do want, if you get credit cards out there, you're going to want to actually use them here and there to build up your credit if that's what you're working on.
And they will. This has happened to me a lot, unfortunately. I'm trying to find the balance of like credit utilization to still use the card, but not enough to make a difference.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like I used to have zero balances on my cards, and the banks are like, well, screw you. If you're not gonna buy anything, we're just gonna close this. And that's happened to many of my accounts.
Right. Yeah.
But starting out, and if we're just starting fresh, like we said here, hopefully by this point in your life, you've kind of figured out that you need to pay your bills.
Right. Yeah.
But I started with a secure credit card, so you got an unsecured one for $300. Right. My first credit card was a $500 credit limit, but I had to put a $500 down in order to use a $500 balance.
Yeah, so that was strictly to build your credit.
Yeah, that was strictly credit building.
And
that
was
point.
Through your local bank or something.
Yeah,
right?
It was U.S. Bank at the time that did that, but I'm sure there's other places that do those. It may not have to be like on a one-to-one case, but I wanted a $500 credit limit, so I had to put $500 down. They said, "You want a credit limit of $500? Yeah. Give us $500 just in case you screw up." Because I was 18 at the time, and you don't have credit, right? So you can't build it if you don't have it.
And that $500 was still your money, right? It's not like it was a fee for having the credit card.
It was not a fee. So when I canceled the account, they gave me that $500 back, of course. That was just in case I don't make a payment or I'm a dick with my credit card. They just take it out of that balance, basically. And they're like, we're covered. We're secured here. So that's why it's a secure credit line.
Yeah. So in 2012, I hadn't done a flip yet, but I was a real estate agent. I really knew I wanted to flip homes. I didn't really know how hard money worked at the time, but about a year later, or 2 years later, I got into my first deal. It was like early 2014 is when we closed on our first fix and flip. And we got a hard money loan for the full amount. It was $44,000 ish for that house at the time in Rathdrum. But we didn't have the money for the renovations. However, my girlfriend at the time, she's my wife today, she had a credit card, an American Express, and I got to leverage her good credit and good experience because she was building up that credit card for probably 10 years before I knew her, and she built it up to $15,000.
Nice.
So that means that we
had
Hillary. Yeah. So we had, even though we did not have the money to fix this house up, we had a credit card of up to $15,000 that we can use.
That's huge.
And I believe that renovation, we did it all for like $11,500.
Cool.
Something like that. But she was very nervous because she had very good credit.
I was going to talk about that. Like, how did she feel wanting to give away that credit limit to you?
Oh, she was not thrilled about it, but she trusted.
Of course.
She trusted that this was a smart move.
Yeah.
Kinda, maybe. I don't know. Nobody really had any faith in us. I don't think you did either. When Sean
I probably didn't have any money to loan. Yeah.
I remember my uncle thought it was a bad idea. You guys thought it was a horrible idea. I think even Brandon thought it was a weird idea. And my wife wasn't fully on board either. But Sean and I were like, no, we got to flip houses. And
I think the reason why everyone was so apprehensive is because nobody knew that back then.
Yeah.
Nobody was like buying garbage properties and being like, I'm going to make money on this. It sounded like a scam because we didn't know any better.
Oh, and that's true. And we had a history of not making anything work out.
Right. We were nothing back then. And just like, you bought a crappy house and you're going to make money?
Yeah. And before that, any investments that we ever did, I mean, I did stock trades.
You sold your cameras and bought penny stock and lost it all. And
before that, we would we would get into these pyramid schemes and everyone get excited and then we'd lose it all.
Yep.
And it didn't work out. So we had a history of things just not working out at all.
Right.
But this was real estate. It was different. I felt like I already had a couple years of experience being an agent where I was pretty confident about the value of that we were going to put into this property and that what we can make it work. But we didn't have any proof of past success. So
Sure.
I understand now, looking back, why everybody was so doubtful. But I mean, hands off to Hillary. If it wasn't for her, we couldn't have flipped that first house.
Sure.
Because we needed like another 10 grand, 11,500.
Yeah.
We just didn't have it. But she had a credit card.
Yeah.
With a very small balance on it. And we were able to use, we put 10 or 11 grand on that card and we got it done. The amazing thing was once we flipped that house and I think we made 44,000 on it, even though we bought it for 44.
Okay. Yeah.
We were able to pay that credit card back in full. And I remember her credit went up.
Yep.
And what she did too, she added me to the account. And I know not every credit card does this, but just by her adding me to the account, all of a sudden it started going on my credit too. And I noticed my credit score starting to go up because all of a sudden I have this big available balance.
Yeah.
After we paid it off.
Cool.
So my credit score kind of jumped a little bit.
Yeah.
Even though I was only a couple of years away from a bankruptcy.
Yeah.
But so now we had my Capital One card with a $300 limit. It probably got raised to $1,000 at that point.
Okay. Yep. Which is really cool. Like,
Yep. And then I got another Capital One Spark card, and that one is for businesses.
Okay.
And we got it for that SN Homes construction.
yeah.
Or sorry, not construction, SN Homes LLC. So, and I still have that card too.
Okay,
and
cool.
at the time, I think they gave us $2,500.
Cool.
And that card has like a $5,000 limit right now, but I haven't really asked for much more.
Right.
I've got many other cards that we use.
Are you utilizing that one much?
No, that one's had like a zero balance for a long time, but I have a lot in the past.
Sure.
The first few years of Sean and I flipping homes, we would strategically use we credit cards.
Yeah.
We would get the houses funded by hard money, and then a little bit of down payment from the previous flip.
Yep.
And
Enough to kind of get you going.
And then we would utilize a Lowe's credit line, which was small at the time, and then our credit cards to finish the flip. And then eventually we bought rentals, and we were able to use those as cross collaterals. But at first, we were very heavy on the credit cards.
Sure.
And eventually, today, and it wasn't like this at the beginning, but today, I've got $100,000 that I can use at Lowe's.
Cool.
Anytime.
Yeah.
And it comes with other perks.
Right.
I've got that original Capital One card.
Okay.
They've changed it over the time because it expires here and there.
Sure.
So it's, but the original credit line, it's $9,800 right now.
Okay.
I've got that Spark card of $5,000.
We're looking at his spreadsheet of credit, by the way, and I'm going to ask him after the show to send me something similar so I can do this. I've always wanted to build one. I suck at building spreadsheets. I'm the worst.
Oh, yeah. Well, you just have to do it once, and then you can use it as much as you want.
But I'm like, I like that you got reds and you got greens, and it's just it's appealing to look at.
We have a Citibank card that we use quite a bit. Like we were using that on a flip right now in Dakota. That one's got a $40,000 limit.
Nice.
That American Express had a $15,000 limit. Every time it seems like we do a flip and we pay it off, they give us a little bit more money.
Yeah. It's because you're showing that you can handle the money, right? So you put a balance on it and they're like, but then you pay it off instantly and they're like, okay,
yeah,
we can trust this guy. He just paid us, $12,000, whatever it is. And then they'll start giving you little bits more here and there. And that happens often as long as you're being good with it.
Yeah. So that American Express is now $32,400. Nice. Is the current available balance. Available credit line. I've got an STCU card that I got when you go and you buy a vehicle sometimes and finance through STCU, they'll also want you to get a credit card at a low rate, which is great. That one's my lowest interest rate credit card, and I'm using that on a flip too.
Cool.
That one's got an $18,000 limit.
Nice.
And that one has rewards as well.
Yeah.
And then I've got what's called a BLOC, and that's a business line of credit through my Numerica bank for my main LLC.
Sure.
And that one has a $50,000 limit.
Okay.
And that one I use quite a bit. Now that one's cool because it doesn't. It's just so easy to use the money without like a credit card. You have to run a transaction.
Right. And you just put it into your account, right?
Merchant fees are involved whenever you're either to the merchant or to yourself if you're using. If you're hacking the system and you're swiping your own card on your phone. Have you ever done that?
No, I haven't, but I've seen people do that, of course. Then you got to pay the fees, of course, and it's how they get you. I mean,
so in the past, when we wanted to use a credit card and we needed the cash, not just to make transactions on materials, but if we had to, I had to pay a contractor $3,000.
You do like a cash advance type of thing on that, right?
Similar, yeah. Okay. What I would actually have is I'd be set up as a merchant on. I think it's called Stripe.
Good idea. So SN Homes was a merchant?
Yeah, it was a merchant.
Okay.
And they send you this little device that you can plug into your phone. Yeah. And then you just swipe the credit card, and they charge you a fee of 2.75% of the transaction. So we know, okay, if we're going to pay a contractor $1,000, and pull the cash, it's going to cost us, $27.50
Sure.
for that. Or if it was $10,000, this is going to cost almost $300
Right.
in fees. So you got to keep that in mind. But you can set yourself up as a merchant pretty easily.
Yeah.
And
That's a really good idea, honestly, because when you're talking about this, the cash advance on a credit card is typically a higher APR.
Right.
Okay. So that makes sense. That's why you're doing it then. Okay.
yes.
Cool.
Now, it may not be dependent on the way you have your merchant status set up. They may not like you doing this.
Sure.
So just make sure you read through your terms and conditions of the merchant that you're using, or the merchant provider. I've been flagged before,
Okay.
but other times not. It just depends on the agreement that you have and how
Sure.
you're using the transactions.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So right there, just in those credit lines, we've got almost $255,000 that we can use.
Nice.
And the great thing about credit lines is that you're done asking permission.
Right.
You get into new flips, you don't have to sell or pitch anybody
Right.
on like, hey, can you give me $100,000? Because here's why. Take a look at these comps. I'm going to send you this.
Yeah. This is what it should go for.
There's no pitching.
Yeah.
It's just, I always have this money I can pull from. It costs money to use.
Most money does.
But it depends on how long you're holding it. If you have a lot of these credit cards that we have are, 20% APR or more, but it's not like we're holding the balance for a year. We're
Right.
holding the balance for maybe 3 months at a time. We're building it over time. So it's not that expensive. And that interest is a write-off. So I classify anytime we make an interest payment on that credit card, I'll tag it to the property as an interest charge on that property.
Yeah.
When I'm going back and doing my books.
Absolutely right off. It's a business expense that makes it so you can conduct business.
Yeah.
And so absolutely that's a write-off.
Yeah.
Cool.
How about you? You got some great credit lines.
I got a couple pretty cool credit lines. Nothing as crazy as yours other than our HELOC, which has been kind of our rock for investing, to be honest with you. And we just got lucky getting the HELOC. So we bought our house in 2021. Right before the major run-up of appreciation, of course.
Yeah.
Even right when we bought and we signed the documents, I think we had $50,000 in equity the day we signed because prices were just going up.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wow, they haven't even built the house yet, and I already have $50,000 more than what we paid for it. It was cool. So we got our house built. A year later, we got an appraiser to come out and take a look at the house and look at comps in the area. So then we had a comp sheet that said okay, this house is worth X, right?
Yeah.
And then we just took it to a few banks saying hey, we wanted to get a HELOC, a home equity line of credit. And this is what was important. We shopped with 3 different banks that gave us completely different numbers, of course.
Yeah.
The first bank said, no, we're not going to give you a HELOC.
Yeah.
The second bank said,
Did they say why?
I don't remember the reason, to be honest with you.
Okay, that's fine.
We had good credit. The approval was fine. It was Sam's aunt that was our loan officer at the time. Our mortgage has since been sold, but I don't think she wanted to meddle with it because it was family, was kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So then we took it to my bank, and my bank's like, yeah, we'll give you $20,000 right now. We don't even need an appraisal. And I'm like, I think we can do way better than that. So we took it to another bank, and they're like, we will give you $170,000 credit limit.
You're like, wow, sold.
Yeah. I remember Sam cussed at the girl on the phone. She's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, don't yell at her, please. Just say yes.
Out of excitement.
Yeah. Just super excited. That's 7 times more than your bank covered us.
Wow.
Yeah. So definitely when you're looking around for a HELOC, shop a couple banks.
Hey, quick commercial break here. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I really do appreciate it. If you want to give back, let me help you buy a house, or I can help you sell a house. It's the only way I make money when I'm not investing in real estate. I don't make money on this podcast or the events I do, but I do make money only when I help people buy and sell houses. So if you're looking for your next investment and you're here in North Idaho, I want to help you personally. If you are not in North Idaho, I can still help you out. I have a vast network of referral partners all across the country, and I can find the right real estate investor savvy agent for you so you don't have to. It doesn't cost you a thing. Thank you for your support. Back to the show.
Yeah. So that $170,000 we've done flips with, we've done partners with, we've done lending out of. It's just been a really good rock that we use for specific business purchases. We don't buy anything out of it. We don't buy boats. We don't buy cars out of it. We lend it out, or we do partnerships, or we do flips. and then we make that money and it comes back into our business account. We buy more crap with that.
You have any guess or just a guess how much money that one credit line has made you using the bank's money?
Couple $100,000.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's terrific.
yeah, it's cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you, banks.
Yeah, thank you, New America. We appreciate you. No, so that's definitely our big bread and butter for sure. But other than that, we've just been working on our own personal credit. Like, I don't have any $40,000 cards. I've got a lot of $10,000 to $15,000 cards, of course. I utilize those really well, and I'm trying to get my credit utilization to a really good place of 15% or under.
Okay, right on.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Yeah.
So here's a cool thing too. When you're flipping houses and using credit cards and getting these balances really high, your credit score will start coming down.
It will, yes, because it's debt to income at that point, right?
Well, it's your credit usage is starting to become high.
Yeah.
Your available credit.
Sure.
Now, of course, just make your payments. Make sure you're making your payments on time.
At least minimum.
Yeah.
More if you can.
But in my experience, like, who cares? Get them close to maxed out. Like, use them as you need. And then here's the thing though, once you sell your flips, pay them off first.
Yes.
Don't
definitely.
Because it is expensive to hold those balances long term.
Yeah.
But here's the cool thing. You pay them off. You pay those credit cards down after a flip, which I'll do every couple months.
Yep.
And then you'll just see your credit score just shoot way up.
Skyrockets. Yeah, it's pretty cool watching like your credit score went up 79 points this month.
It's not like they're going to punish you for like having high balances the month before. They're like, oh, what? Now you're here at this level. Boom. It's a computer that's generating your score.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid if your credit score, in my experience, don't be afraid if your credit score is all of a sudden in the 600s and you're like, but I'm doing everything right. Oh, it's because you're using a lot of your credit lines.
Right.
And that's what they're for. So just know that. And the time to apply for more money is when they're low.
Yes.
Don't wait until they're almost maxed out and you're like, shoot, I need more credit.
I need more things. I got to go find more things because you're going to have a hard time getting approved.
You got to wait to, just like when you're trading stocks, like don't buy when it's high.
Right. Yeah, no,
don't apply when you're high.
Don't apply high, ladies and gentlemen.
You've got to apply for credit when things are relatively low, but lower 15% or lower total credit usage. That's when the banks really like you. Like, oh, you're just responsible with money. You have all this money you could be using.
Yeah.
How about some more?
Yeah.
And also make sure you're going through your credit card accounts and making sure everything's updated with your correct address, your correct income.
Yes.
You got to be updating your income every month because they would like to know that should they offer you more?
Right.
So if you're making more money, don't be afraid to go through and tell your credit card companies. You don't have to call them on the phone or anything, but a lot of them will have sections where you can update your income.
Yeah. A lot of them have an app, honestly, where you can just request a credit limit on the app or request an increase on the app.
Sure.
So you don't even need to talk to anybody.
So I heard, I don't know if it's true, but I did hear that if you go through and you just have all your information filled out and you do it regularly, they will treat you better.
Okay.
And treat you and give you more credit line than normal if you just have a lot of blanks.
I believe that.
So if you're going through and you're making sure that everything's updated and you are filling out the sections that you can fill out with your personal data, and you may be like, oh, personal data, who cares?
It's all over the internet, dude. Yeah, don't worry about
your
it.
Personal data is gone.
Yeah.
It's been gone for a long time.
Yeah, everyone who wants to know where you're at can find out where you're at. So don't stress. Yeah. It's the wave of the future. I want to kind of dive into your specific business lines of credit real quick, Nick.
Sure.
So we're kind of talking about personal credit and how you build it, but how does one start building a business line of credit? Like what's your first steps you should take on that?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So go to your personal bank, whoever you have that business account with, like, because you need a bank account if you have an LLC. Make sure you have an LLC. Make sure
it's in good standing.
Make sure it's in good standing. Yes, with the state. Make sure it's not expired. Make sure you're keeping up on annual filings.
Yeah.
Make sure that you have some money in that bank account.
Yeah.
Make sure you have an EIN number, or else you can't even get the bank account open.
Yeah.
And that's like your business social security number. You know more about the Dun & Bradstreet than I do.
A little bit.
I haven't even had to mess with that, really.
Yeah. I started messing with it because I was doing the Pace Mortgage lending, and they talk about these ways to start building your business lines of credit. And we kind of researched it as well. And some of those options were the same ones that I was pointed to, which was kind of cool. Duns and Bradstreet, it's a business line, it's a number basically. So it's a ping to all these credit providers that says like he is worthy of credit or not worthy of credit.
Right.
But how do they get to that point, right? They get to that point by seeing if you have on-time payments, if you have available income. The same way you get approved for a personal line of credit is almost the same way they get approved for a business line of credit. Just keeping doing what you're doing and making sure you're paying your bills.
Yeah. And I mean, remember to ask too. So go to your bank and ask like, hey, can I get a business line of credit?
Yeah.
And they may tell you no, but you may want to ask why and what can I do? Because it's in their best interest to give you a line of credit. It's like their job. That's what they would like to.
That's what a bank's job is to do, is to make money off interest.
They do want to give you the loan. So don't be afraid to ask that particular bank what their criteria is and how long they want to see the account active for and all that stuff. So with Numerica Credit Union is who I use to get my business line of credit. And she actually asked me, she's like, hey, why don't you get a business line of credit? Because I was doing something. Oh, I was sending it to another bank.
Sure.
Something. I was doing a transfer. And I'm like, oh, I can do that here? She's like, yeah. So I applied and they gave me only like $15,000 to start.
Yeah.
And I used it and I asked for 100.
Okay.
They gave me 15,000.
Cool.
So it was far less than what I asked for. So ask high and then see what you get.
Yeah.
And give them a reason why you need it and what you're planning to do. I'm like, I flip houses, so this is to buy materials and stuff, and then I pay it down.
Yeah.
When
the flip closes.
When the flip closes.
Yeah.
Typically. So so they gave me 15,000, and what I did was I used it.
Right.
I used it on a regular basis. I'd ring it up and pay it down, ring it up, pay it down, and after a few months, I asked for 100,000, and they said, we can't yet.
Right.
Give it another couple months or something like that. It's like the account was like too fresh.
That's how you get to stay on top of it, though. You just ask the questions. So
I just asked.
Yeah.
And then I think it took me a year to go back, and then they bumped it from 15,000 to 50,000.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool.
We're getting there. Great. Yeah.
And then a year later, I'm like, hey, can I have that 100,000? And they're like, actually, no.
No.
And they just said, the only reason is because then you have to get an SBA loan. Like our unsecured business line of credits at our bank per LLC is 50,000.
Gotcha.
If you want more than that, we just have to apply with SBA, and we'll get you with a commercial manager and all that stuff. I'm like, don't bother.
Yeah.
Don't really want it.
Sure.
But then I'm thinking, well, I have all these other LLCs. Why don't I just get other
build them up to 50, right?
credits for the other ones?
Yeah.
But at that time, I just didn't need it.
Right.
And I feel like I've got enough.
Yeah.
So I'm really at a weird point where I'm just like, I don't want to do more than like 2 or 3 flips at a time. And I have enough credit lines to handle that. So I feel like I'm in a good spot where I just don't want more credit lines. I actually, my Robinhood account, it just offered me $28,000.
Wow.
And I had the option to take it, but I don't really need it. So it's nice to know that I had that. And then my QuickBooks account, that randomly offered me like $50,000 when I actually did need it a couple years ago, and I took it, and it was like a 27% interest rate.
The QuickBooks one? Okay. Yeah, they offer me those all the time too, and I haven't taken it yet, but
it worked out perfect because it was like I needed about 50,000 to drill a well on a property I was selling, and I was already exhausted all my other credit lines at the time. Yeah, it was like towards the end of me like kind of finishing out some bad all the bad properties.
Sure.
But anyway, that worked out. And then I paid it off and I closed that account.
Yeah. That's awesome. One of the merchants that actually, for my real estate photography business, I get paid through Square. So you log in, you pay through Square.
Yeah.
Square offers me lines of credit all the time. I just don't like their terms, but they're constantly sending me like...
Square's that's the company that we use as a merchant to swipe our credit cards.
So they're offering me like, I can go in my email right now and probably see that they've offered me 2 new loans. They just offer me them all the time.
Yeah.
Constantly like $20,000, $25,000, and it varies depending on how much money the business makes that month. They're like, oh, we're prepared to give you 20. We're prepared to give you 22. We're prepared to give you 17, right?
But what would you use that money for?
I don't know what I'd use it for right now. And that one, with these ones, you just got to look at your terms and conditions of what someone's offering you. So this one is a credit line, but you have to pay to start it. So it's like whatever, if it was a $17,000 loan, I think you have to pay like an 8% fee right up top of your current of the $17,000. And then it's a net 30 account, so you have to pay it off in 30 days. And that's not exactly what I wanted.
Okay.
So I was just like, it's cool to have that available, but like,
suck.
Yeah.
It's nice to revolve your balance a little bit.
It is nice to revolve.
Full disclosure, my Lowe's account is it's something you have to pay off within like 4 months.
Yeah.
But it's plenty of time to like get a flip done and stuff.
Or you can find other funding from that point. Like, hey,
Yeah.
we need, I mean, you can call me and I'll probably give you some money.
But you could just be late.
Yeah.
Because like that doesn't affect my personal credit.
Mm-hmm.
This is bad advice here, but I'll just let you know because I'm usually pretty honest.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Like with like a Lowe's account, like the worst that can happen is they just shut off your account. Like it's strict. It's not tied to your personal credit.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Cool.
On this account, yes.
Mm-hmm. Some other ones you may have to use your personal credit to get the loan.
Right. Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
There's a lot of those. But there's no cosigner on this.
Right.
But I have in the past. I've just been late. It doesn't affect your credit score at all. Mm-hmm. I can't pay it off this month. Do it next month. And then you do it, and there's like, all right, we're charging a little bit of interest because of it.
Yeah.
And so something that should have been due in 4 months got paid off in 5 or something like that.
Right.
Sometimes it's not like a big deal, especially if you're communicating with these companies.
Right. Communication is definitely key. Don't like hide away from them, but be like, yeah, no, I'll pay it off in
Communication's key.
3 weeks. My flip's closing. I'll have the total balance paid off, and typically they're like, okay.
That's the beauty of having credit lines built up, though, is like it doesn't. When you're going to like apply for a regular mortgage or something like that, a lot of these don't show up.
Yeah.
My business line of credit and my Lowe's line of credit, those two big things, that's where we put a lot of money on. And it does. If I'm going to get a conventional loan or a non-QM loan, they still pull your credit, but those things aren't affected.
They're not attached to you personally. They're attached to the LLC that you did. I love it.
So anyway, little tip there.
Yeah. You don't have to pay your bills on time.
Don't pay your bills
Bad advice from Nick Beveridge.
No, I'm just saying it's not the end of the world.
Right. It's not the end of the world.
But if it is tied to your credit, I mean, be serious about it. No, never have a late payment more than 30 days.
Right. I try never have a late payment ever.
Yeah. That's the big thing that you got. Yeah. Try not to have a late payment at all, but pay your bills.
Yeah.
Pay your bills on time. Make sure you can handle those. Make sure you can handle the minimum payments. But if you're investing and you're investing wisely, it's just a tool.
Yeah.
And it comes with an expense, and it's something that you just have to account for.
Yeah.
But the great thing about credit lines, again, is that you've only asked for permission once, and it's a residual effect kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anytime you're investing in real estate, for the most part, and you're using leverage, most of the time you're constantly you're selling somebody on giving you money. But if half the money is coming from credit lines, you've already done that work once, and then you get to use it again and again.
Yeah. I love it. That's what we do with our HELOC, right? Like we had to ask for permission once. Yeah, we pay every single month. We have a balance on it, but it's nice to just be like, well, I calculate 8% into whatever I'm trying to do, right?
Yeah.
And I try to make it work that way. Do you ever negotiate with your credit card companies to try to get lower interest rates?
I have in the past. I don't really care.
Okay.
It sounds weird.
Yeah.
But
some people do.
Done it?
I do it every now and then.
Yeah.
A lot of times companies are willing, if you ask them and your account is in good standing, to at least give you a temporary interest rate reduction.
Yeah.
And that happened when my balances got high a few years ago. I'm just like, hey, I'm trying to get all this stuff paid off, but I want to continue having a business relationship with you, of course. What can we do in the meantime to help me like get my stuff back under control?
Yeah.
This is when I was like over leveraged with personal debt.
Sure.
But I just asked them. My account was still in good standing. I was still paying my bills on time.
Yep.
I just said, hey, is there any way we can get a interest rate reduction? I've been a great customer. My credit score is almost 800. You know, like what can we do here? And they'll give you 6 to 12 months interest rate reductions. Yeah. So go from like 25 to 17. I'm like, that's great. That helps.
They'll be able to offer you like what they offer new people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't have to like threaten to close the account, but you can say like, well, I've got other options here. Like you either lower my interest rate.
Say, I have this other credit card that's about to do they can do a balance transfer.
I can do a zero balance transfer over here, and then it's 15% after. Can you match that?
Can you match that?
Yeah.
So I don't have to close this account.
I don't even say that. Like I say, like I like to continue doing business with you.
Okay.
Like I want to make it sound to them like I'm doing them a favor.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to close the account, but like, hey, can you match? Because honestly, like those are good terms over there, and I'm very much considering it. But I already have a really good working relationship with you. Mm-hmm. Is that something we could do? And a lot of times they will either meet you in the middle or do pretty well, honestly.
They'll usually do something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always worth asking.
Yeah. And it doesn't like hurt your credit to ask or anything like that, which is cool. You just ask and say like, is there anything we can do? Can we get a bigger line or can we get a credit line increase? Can we get an APR reduction? And you'd be surprised what their retention department can do. If push comes to shove, you can say like, all right, well, let's give me over to one of your cancellation department specialists. We'll just start canceling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is these days, the credit card companies, they do as much as they can to not get you to call them. Mm-hmm. So a lot of these
tough to call
options
them.
can be done online. You can do almost everything online now. Mm-hmm. You can request credit limit increases credit limit increases on almost every website that offers a credit card. Yeah. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, and don't lie on your income, of course. If it says like, like what's your updated income, don't lie on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're going to find out eventually like, oh, this guy's a liar, and then they're not going to want to do business with you. Mm-hmm. But it's actually harder to talk to people now, especially specifically through Amazon or any other customer service.
Yeah, you almost have to email everyone.
Yeah,
and then half those emails just go to their spam.
Yeah, like I bought like a new $1,000 camera on Amazon the other day with a credit card.
Wow,
because
what kind of camera?
It's an Osmo Pocket 3. It's like a video camera, 4K. It's just tiny that you can attach a mic to, and it's good for like really cool, crazy shots.
Oh, okay.
It's actually what Sebastian uses for a lot of his video work.
Yeah.
But I was just like, that's a very convenient camera, and I think I want one. So I used my Amazon credit card. I got 6% cash back with that, which is great on a $1,000 purchase. I'm like, that's a free $50. Cool, take it. But the order didn't ship, so I had to figure out a way to get into touch with customer service, and it's very tough.
Okay.
They're just like, it gives you two options. Like, do you want to know about shipping, or is everything good? I'm like, well, that's not what I have a question about. I have a different question. Yeah. And it took like a week of being like, no. Specialist. Okay, cool.
I've noticed Amazon is they're really they'll still let you return anything. Yeah. But there's quite a few more clicks now.
There are. Yeah.
I was going to return a bike helmet the other day. I did because I ordered one that was too big.
Yeah.
And it was like, it wanted to know every little reason why, and then I'm like, okay, it was too big, and it like read that message with AI or something like that, and then it sent me a video to watch on how to
size it,
how to properly fit this helmet.
Yeah,
it was. I mean, kind of ingenious.
Yeah,
the lengths that they're going to like get you to not return something.
Right, and I get it. Like it's how you make money.
Still returned it, so fuck them. Sorry.
Well, if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work, and that's what's great about it.
But I just ordered another one. It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
they still got their money.
Yeah, just not both payments. It is funny that they like hide everything so far in, because I think a lot of people give up patience on that point. To be honest with you, yeah, they're like, I've been there. I'm like, dude, fuck it. This is a $15 thing. It's not worth my time to figure out how to return it.
I'll keep this dryer.
Yeah.
Okay, there.
Fine.
Yeah. I think we covered it, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we did good. But again, so just the points I want to hit here for sure as we're kind of concluding is, start somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Something when you said points.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I should probably mention, when you're flipping houses and using credit cards, the rewards are insane.
Yeah.
We get so much freaking extra money to spend on fun stuff.
Yeah.
So here's what I do. I do not use my credit cards. I try not to anyway. I do. But we pay them off right away to get the points. Mm-hmm. When we buy something like a trampoline, $1,500, we're using our credit card.
Yep.
But then we're paying that off right away. When we're renovating a property, and we're paying, I just paid over the weekend an $11,000 bill for countertops and cabinets and stuff, and then another one that was labor, $4,800. Mm-hmm. We're not paying that off right away.
Right.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Just get in the habit. I try to get in the habit.
It's a good habit.
If you're buying anything personally, go ahead and use a credit card, but pay it off that same day.
Yeah.
Like go make the payment to the credit card the same day. That way you can get the points.
Yep.
Because you get a little.
It's got to hit your account, right? And then once it hits your account, yep.
But don't worry as much on the business stuff, because it's just, I mean, it's a project that should be fun in itself. But the amount of money and fun stuff that we get just using all this credit line over and over again, they cut us in on those merchant fees in the form of points or credits, or like with Lowe's. With Lowe's, we get like an extra 10 grand a year ish, sometimes more.
Yeah.
just in extra Lowe's money to spend. Or sometimes they'll send us checks. I'll get random checks in the mail of like $4,000.
Yeah.
You know, like every 2 quarters they'll send a check of like, here's 1% of what you spent, or something like that.
That's awesome.
Or no, I think it's up to 3%. And on top of that, you get other goodies. So almost any time on the weekends, my wife and I want to make personal home improvement projects. We'll go and spend Lowe's money that we have, you know, all these gift cards and stuff saved up just from our projects. So we'll use our bonus rewards on our personal stuff.
That's what I do.
Yeah. That way we try to limit our expenses.
Yeah, because the business doesn't need that. Like the business can pay full price for the thing. It doesn't freaking matter. That's the same with because I have an Amazon card it's an Amazon American Express, and I get 5% cash back. Plus, if I choose like 1 day delay shipping, they're like, "Do you want an extra percent on it?" Just so for carbon emissions, I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take 6% for using my credit card." Paid off right away.
Yep.
But then I still have these points. So I've got like $700 of Amazon points that I'm like, if I just want to buy something on Amazon, I can do that with that money.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy a business thing for that. I can take the tax write-off for that.
Totally.
Yeah.
The point I just want to drive home one more time is that use credit responsibly.
Yeah.
The ultimate responsible way to use credit lines is to only spend money that will make you money.
Yes.
That will make you more money than what you're spending on.
Yeah.
When you're using it to buy liabilities, like the trampoline in my backyard, pay it off that day. The only reason I'm using that credit card is because of the points.
Yep.
But I'll pay it off that day. That way I don't have to pay interest on something that's a liability. You don't want to pay interest on liabilities. Go ahead and pay interest on investments that are going to pay you back more than what is costing you.
I did that yesterday. So I went to the grocery store on one of my personal credit cards. I go to the grocery store. It gives me 3% cash back, but in Bitcoin on purchases at grocery stores.
Nice.
So I just buy groceries with that card, and then I pay it off same day. I use it like a debit card. It's my debit card.
Yeah, I know we're running over time here a little bit, but can I tell you a little
of
fun?
Course. I don't think we're running over time. We're 41 minutes in.
So I sold some Bitcoin a long time ago, back when I made I bought Bitcoin at like $600 when it was trading at 600, and I sold it around 12 or 1400. But I didn't sell all of it. There was like a fraction left.
Okay.
There's a little fraction left. I forgot about that fraction. It's been sitting in my Coinbase account for like, what, 8 years? 10 years? 8 years.
Okay.
Not 9 years.
Gotcha.
I logged into it the other day. It was worth like $3,000.
Nice.
That it was
Good
like
job.
a fraction of a Bitcoin worth about $3,000. Isn't that cool?
That's pretty cool.
Found money.
Found money.
So I kept it.
Smart man. I didn't say like, whoa. This is too rich for my blood.
Anyway, sorry.
Oh, cool.
So, Bitcoin went up.
Yeah, so Bitcoin went up, of course, but like that's what I do with that credit card because it does give me a cryptocurrency that has a value attached to it. I can choose cash back, but I like that. Like I'm like that's almost like a free investment, just like putting it back into a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bother me. And again, I just use it like a debit card. And I've learned to keep my accounts open, you know, because like we said at the top of the hour, like sometimes they have zero balances. And then they just close because the bank's like, well, if you're not going to use it, we're not going to give you the thing. I put a tiny subscription on each credit card.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like a Hulu and
stuff. So like one of my credit cards has Hulu, one of them has my Amazon Prime membership, so one of them has Netflix. So it has like a $10 to $12 revolving balance that I pay every month, which I'm paying for the thing every month anyway, so it doesn't bother me.
Right, yeah.
I just have to pay a $2 fee on top of it for a minimum interest.
So that's ensuring that they won't just shut down that for non-usage.
Right, exactly. So that's a tip because your credit line utilization and how long they've been open is important. If you only have a credit line for 1 year and they're like, oh, you don't really have an established history here. But then somebody else comes over and they say like, oh, this account's been open for 15 years in good standing. They probably have a better chance of getting approved.
Yeah, true.
So it's just to keep the accounts open and keep them in good standing. And then you just pay it off right away and you get the points on it anyway.
True that.
Yeah. Any other credit utilization tips?
Oh, I think we covered the bulk of them.
Yeah.
Hopefully that helps people kind of understand credit a little bit better.
Yeah.
Or it's just fun to hear.
Yeah, it's fun to talk about too. It's all just a business thing. Yeah. that's been a good episode. So thank you so much for diving into this with me.
Oh, thank you too. Thanks for coming over.
Of course.
And thanks out there for you guys listening. We really appreciate it. Hey, don't forget, we have a free mastermind.
Ooh.
We go to school.com and type in Investor Shed, a free community mastermind where we have weekly calls.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of our old podcasts are categorized into kind of classroom style classes. Anyway, and so far we just opened it up about a week ago. Got like 25 or so people that signed up so far.
Thank you everyone for joining so far. It's going to be really cool once we get this thing.
And I hope people find it useful. We'll grow it over time. Right now it's pretty limited in what you can do. Yeah. Just post to a community forum or join the calls. Yeah. But if you guys have any ideas on how we can make that better, you let us know. Yeah. Love it. And other than that, we'll see you on the next episode, or we'll see you in the mastermind. Okay, thanks. Bye. Bye. Thank you so much for checking out the Investor Shed podcast. If you enjoyed your time, make sure to leave a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Follow along on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at The Investor Shed for shorts and promos about each episode. Do you want to be a guest or know someone who has great real estate investing advice and stories? Reach out to us at theinvestorshed@gmail.com.